Picture a battlefield from just a few years ago. When you needed to strike a high-value strategic target, the first move was sending in a multi-million-dollar fighter jet. Inside that cockpit was an elite pilot who spent half their life and millions of taxpayer dollars training for this exact moment. You were sending them right into a hornet's nest of anti-aircraft fire, surface-to-air missiles, and pulling extreme G-forces just to survive. It was a massive gamble of both human life and serious money. But those days of sweating it out in a cockpit behind enemy lines are fading fast. Right now, the skies are being taken over by a new breed of shadow hunters, machines that never get tired, never feel fear, never blink, and most importantly, don't need a pilot. Their operators are sitting safely in an air-conditioned bunker thousands of miles away, drinking coffee while completely dismantling enemy defenses. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving deep into a weapon that is a literal game-changer for modern warfare. This isn't just your average remote-controlled drone with a camera slapped on the bottom. This is a monster on the radar screen that's making traditional, expensive fighter jets look obsolete. I'm talking about the Bayraktar Akinci, the ultimate combat drone out of Turkey that is actively rewriting military history and shifting the global balance of power as we speak. If we look back at where this started, the story is actually fascinating. For decades, Turkey used to rely heavily on Western countries, specifically the US and Europe, for their high-end weapons. But after facing constant political roadblocks, delayed shipments, and multiple arms embargoes, including being denied the purchase of American Predator and Reaper drones, they made a bold, historic call. If we can't buy it, we'll build it ourselves. That frustration was the birth of Bayraktar, the aerospace company that already shocked the world with the TB2 drone. You probably remember the TB2. It's the tactical drone that completely shredded advanced tanks and air defense systems in recent conflicts, like Nagorno-Karabakh and Ukraine. But that success wasn't enough. Turkey was thinking steps ahead. They didn't just want a tactical drone for surveillance or dropping small munitions. They wanted a strategic, unmanned fighter jet capable of carrying the heavy, bunker-busting payload of a dedicated strike fighter. And that ambitious vision is how the massive Akinci project was born. The word Akinci translates to raider, referring to the elite shock cavalry of the Ottoman Empire who would strike deep behind enemy lines. The name alone tells you it means business. When you see this thing in person, the first thing that hits you is the sheer size. It's absolutely massive. With a wingspan of 20 meters or over 65 feet, it's as wide as a small commercial passenger plane. To get this giant airborne, it's designed with twin turboprop engines, which sets it apart from your typical single-engine drones. Having two engines doesn't just give it the raw power needed to carry heavy bombs, it massively increases survivability in combat. If one engine takes shrapnel or suffers a mechanical failure, the Akinci doesn't just crash into enemy territory. It can maintain altitude and limp back to base safely, saving millions of dollars of hardware. But the real terror of the Akinci isn't just its size, it's the flight ceiling and the payload capacity. This drone can climb up to 40,000 feet, cruising right up there with commercial airliners and highly advanced jet fighters. Flying that high provides a massive tactical advantage. It comfortably slips past short-range radars and sits way above the reach of traditional anti-aircraft artillery and shoulder-fired missiles. Plus, it can stay in the air, loitering above a target for over 24 hours. Just think about the psychological and tactical impact of having an eye in the sky looking down from the stratosphere, observing troop movements day and night without the enemy even knowing it's there until it's too late. What truly pushes the Akinci past the drone category into a weapons in a flying arsenal is its payload capacity, an incredible 1,500 kilograms or over 3,300 pounds. That might sound standard for a heavy bomber, but for an unmanned aerial vehicle, it's completely insane. It means it can carry heavy, strategic munitions that other drones can't even dream of lifting off the runway. Specifically, we need to talk about the SAM cruise missile, developed right there in Turkey. This stealthy missile has a range of over 250 kilometers, or about 150 miles. That means the Akinci can loiter way outside the bubble of enemy air defenses, like S-400s or Patriot systems, launch a cruise missile, and obliterate an enemy base, radar station, or command center without getting a single scratch. This is exactly why I said it's making traditional fighter jets sweat. Dangerous standoff or suicide missions like that used to be the exclusive job of incredibly expensive manned aircraft. To really paint a picture of how lethal this thing is, let's quickly run through the tactical data you're seeing here. The Akinci is classed as a HALE UCAV, high altitude, long endurance. With that 20-meter wingspan and a max takeoff weight pushing 6 tons, it effortlessly hauls that 1,500-kilogram payload into the sky. And the kicker? It features a whopping 9 hardpoints for weapons. We're talking 1 internal weapon bay for stealthier drops and 8 external stations loaded to the brim under the wings. That 40,000-foot ceiling and 24-hour endurance are what make it a nightmare for the enemy logistics. But I need to underline this. It doesn't just drop laser-guided bombs. It's packing an advanced AESA radar, which is the exact same radar technology used in modern 5th-generation fighter jets. It has built-in electronic warfare systems to jam enemy signals, and crucially, it can fire air-to-air missiles like the Dagon, meaning if an enemy helicopter or an interceptor drone gets in its way, the Akinci isn't defenseless. It can blow them right out of the sky. Now, let's look at that bottom line, the price tag. Based on recent export data, securing one complete system, which includes 3 to 4 drones, the high-tech ground control stations, spare parts, and the first batch of precision weapons, will run a country about $130 million. Let's dig into that number for a second, because this is where the math gets really interesting. $130 million for a complete drone squadron might sound like a massive chunk of change to the average person. But compare that to buying a 4.5 or 5th-generation fighter jet like the F-35 or a Eurofighter Typhoon. Just the bare plane alone can cost you nearly $100 million, and that's before you factor in the brutal maintenance costs. A modern fighter jet can cost upwards of $30,000 to $40,000 per hour just to fly. The Akinci operates for a tiny fraction of that cost. Then there's the human element. It takes years and millions of dollars to train a single fighter pilot. Drone operators can be trained in a matter of months. The tactical ROI, return on investment here, is incredible. For that $130 million, you're not just buying drones, you're buying asymmetric warfare capabilities. You get the ability to dominate the airspace 24/7 without risking allied lives. If a drone gets shot down, you lose machinery and cash, things you can easily replace on an assembly line. But losing a fighter pilot? That's an incalculable, irreplaceable loss. So who's currently flying this Shadow Hunter? Beyond the Turkish military, the Akinci is rapidly becoming a must-have for nations looking to leapfrog their Air Force capabilities overnight. Pakistan was one of the first in line, grabbing this cutting-edge tech to instantly balance the regional power dynamic with its neighbors without having to buy expensive Western jets. Azerbaijan, who already flipped the script on modern war using the TB2, obviously didn't pass up on the heavier Akinci to secure their airspace. But the most earth-shattering deal goes to Saudi Arabia. They didn't just buy a few drones, they dropped billions of dollars in the largest defense export contract in Turkish history. And here's the crucial part. They didn't just buy the hardware, they bought the technology transfer to build Akinci factories on their own soil. Not to mention several other nations in Africa and Central Asia currently waiting in line. It proves one undeniable fact. In modern warfare, whoever controls autonomous unmanned technology controls the entire game. Now, let's talk about the true heart of this beast, the brain. What puts the Akinci leaps and bounds ahead of older drones isn't just its heavy firepower. It's the artificial intelligence hardwired into its core.
Turkey leveled up drone warfare by packing 6 advanced AI computers into a single aircraft. This is what tech experts call edge computing. Instead of sending massive amounts of video data back to a human operator to make a decision, the drone processes the data right there in the sky. It's basically like having a co-pilot, a navigator, and a weapons officer all built directly into the silicon of the system. These AIs aren't just for basic auto takeoff and landing. They handle what the military calls situational awareness. The AI processes feeds from high-res cameras, infrared sensors, and that AESA radar in real time. It analyzes whether a target on the ground is a military convoy or a civilian vehicle. It can see through basic enemy camouflage. And most importantly, when it gets hit by electronic warfare, when the enemy turns on massive jammers to cut the operator's radio control, the Akinci AI doesn't just fall out of the sky. It is smart enough to survive the jamming, fly autonomously, decide whether to continue its pre-programmed mission, or safely navigate itself back to friendly territory. That level of independence and autonomy is an air defense commander's absolute worst nightmare. Let's look a few steps ahead into the near future. We are entering the era of network-centric warfare, and drones like the Akinci aren't meant to fly solo. They're designed to be command hubs for smaller, cheaper drones. Picture an Akinci cruising safely at 40,000 feet, acting as the airborne quarterback. It calls the plays, coordinates the battlefield, and feeds targeting data down to a swarm of cheap kamikaze drones flying at treetop level. The enemy radars are overwhelmed, and the swarm hits the target from all directions like angry bees. These swarm tactics, commanded by a mothership like the Akinci, are going to completely rewrite the rules of engagement for the next century. The rise of this killer drone isn't just changing the battlefield, it's aggressively shifting global geopolitics. In the past, air superiority was a monopoly tightly held by massive aerospace giants like the US, Russia, or Western Europe. Developing nations had to shell out massive amounts of money and agree to strict political terms just to build a credible air force. But today, Turkey is establishing itself as a global drone superpower. They are democratizing air power. They're offering countries a new option, highly destructive, cutting-edge technology at a fraction of the cost, without the political baggage. This allows middle power nations across the Middle East, Africa, and Central Asia to build formidable air power without bowing to traditional superpowers. It's a decentralization of military might that is making global geopolitics vastly more complex and unpredictable. When you look at the evolution of the Bayraktar Akinci, you see a masterclass in modern innovation and agile development. Baykar didn't try to build the perfect trillion-dollar machine on day one like some legacy defense contractors. They started small, learned aggressively from older tactical drones, gathered real-world combat data from active war zones, and seamlessly integrated forward-thinking tech like AI edge computing. And they ended up creating a weapon that shook global security. It's the exact same playbook in business, tech, and marketing. Spotting the trends early, adapting to new technology faster than the dinosaurs in your industry, and having the guts to build something entirely different, that is the key to dominating your market. So I want to hear from you guys. How do you think the rapid spread of high-performance drones like the Akinci will impact global security and the balance of power in the coming decades? And looking forward, do you think manned fighter jets will eventually be completely replaced by AI swarms? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be reading them all. If you enjoy this kind of deep, forward-thinking analysis that goes beyond the surface level, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with someone who loves tech, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.